Hi everybody. So I decided to make an indoor incubator, and this is homemade. I don't want to go out and spend $100 and something on an incubator that may or may not work. So I decided to make my own. The items that you are going to need if you want to attempt this at your own home is the following. You need a tote. You need a tote. You need a book to write down everything when you put the eggs in. Which ones are marked? Water, temperature. This, as you can tell, is a heat lamp. I have a regular light bulb. I do not have an LED. It's a regular light bulb. I can touch it. It's warm to the touch. And there are my eggs. You can't see the temperature right now, but the temperature is 101. You want to keep it roughly from 98 to 103, I believe. 111 is like the absolute top off. I have a heating pad. My heating pad is set to low. And I don't know if you can see. There we go. I have circles, hearts, X's, and stars. The circles are the first ones I put in. The other ones are the second batch I put in. I have a total of 24 eggs. So basically what I did was I cut a hole in the top for the light to be shining down on them, which gives you the warm heat from the top. I cut a small window and just put a piece of plastic from a strawberry container for my little window so I can keep an eye on the temperature. I wrote on the box, I turn my eggs every 2 to 3 hours. The only time I don't is overnight, but the first thing I do in the morning when I get up, which is usually right around 5 o'clock, is I turn all my eggs. I have read several different places that you shouldn't use a heating pad, and then I talked to a friend of mine who actually has a farm, and she actually has the big totes. I have a small one, and she does like 40 to 60 eggs at a time. And she says that she will use heating pads because it keeps that constant heat on the bottom, like a mother hen is sitting on them. So that's what I did, and I will keep everybody updated. I'm hoping to have some baby chicks. I also have a hen right now that is sitting on, I believe it's 7 eggs. And I keep going out. I will rotate her eggs out towards me, make sure there's no eggs that aren't supposed to be in the same nest. And then I make sure she has all of her eggs back. And that is literally like maybe a 3-second project. But I will keep everybody updated. This is my at-home incubator. And like I said, if you're going to try this at home, make sure you can rotate your eggs, because a mother hen will sit on those eggs for a very long time. The only time she will get up is to go out, get something to eat, something to drink, and she's right back on those eggs. So you want to make sure your temperature is regulated. You want to make sure it's a constant heat. And I have a little ramekin with water down on the left side corner, just so it has a little bit of humidity. This is another way that people, I guess, call dry hatching. I myself prefer to have a little bit of water in there because it gives me a better idea of how my temperature is regulating. Because if it gets too hot, you're going to have cooked. If it's too cold, you're going to have embryos that aren't going to develop correctly. I write down everything. When I check them, when I rotate them, what the temperature is at a specific time. I want to be very thorough. So that's why I got my little book. It's chicken and cows information, birth, sickness, injuries, vaccination, temperatures, ivermectin, rotation. So everything's written right on my little book, and I keep it right on top of my homemade incubator. So if this works, it's fantastic. I'm going to be candling eggs in the middle of the week, the first batch anyway. And then at the end of the week, it'll be the second batch to see if what the development is, all that. And the way I do candling is I have an LED flashlight. And I pick it up, I hold the light underneath the egg, and I slowly rotate the egg to see if there's veins, membranes, anything like that. If there is, then that's an egg that's going to hatch. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If not, it'll be clear. You'll see nothing. The other day, I gathered up, I believe it was 14 eggs, and I cracked 10 of them. Every single one of them was fertilized. So there's a good chance I'm going to have baby chicks. So I will keep everybody updated, and fingers crossed we'll have baby chicks. Just saying.